Are we actually up now? Can't quite sure. I'm not used to all this. How much longer? 0 seconds because I'm here. Hey, how's it going? Um, this is very weird. What are we waiting for now? Absolutely nothing. Just double checking it's all up and running. Can you hear me all? Everyone can hear me okay? Can you hear me? Everyone got ears on? Hi, hi, hi. How's it going? Yes, there is more Apex coming very soon. Very, very soon. Spink exposed. I just use the word exposed as a bit of like what's a metaphor, so to speak, because exposed. Caveman Spink. Yeah, pretty much. Got the old caveman Spink going on. Lord, is that you, the shopkeeper? Yes, yes. It is me. Not much of an actual lord though, just a name. Um, you are a KSI fan. Yeah, he's all right. I find him quite funny. They're not like cringy funny or anything like a lot of YouTubers, so they're quite naturally funny. Um, what are your specs? Oh, the most basic of basic. Uh, wait a minute. He's got some Valk gameplay coming. Yes, yes, I do. I've been playing with Valkyrie, and she's absolutely perfect for me. Um, but yeah, love from India. From India, wow, that's far away. I'm trying to stay. I wasn't expecting this many people to be here. This is a lot. When are the shopkeeper videos coming? I actually have one that I'm in the middle of editing at the moment. Oh, give me 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Let's just double check this is working. Right. Can you guys see me okay? Because on my computer it says there's an error, but I'm assuming everything is all good. Yes, you can. Okay, all good. It's just for some reason on my computer it's coming up with a black error screen. So I'm just going to ignore it. You guys are going to have to be my eyes and ears, I'm afraid. A lot of people from India, I saw Africa as well, Iraq. I live next to a main road, so please ignore that. Wow, wherever you are, South Korea, wow, wherever you are in the world, I hope everyone is okay. Um, the shopkeeper videos are the best, bro. Thank you very much. I know most people seem to like those ones. That's like, it's nice and fun to do. It makes a difference from the tutorials. John Wick. No, I do not have the gun skill for John Wick. Um, but yeah, the shopkeeper videos are coming back. The reason I put up a Warzone video first is because I wanted to emphasize the point that I am going to be playing a lot of different games. Although at the moment it only seems like two, Apex and Warzone, because I'm a bit ignorant on what good games are out there. So maybe when this live stream's over, I'm not sure how it works. In the comments, just put a bunch of different games that you think I should play or that would be good for my creative playstyle on. Wow, are you in Australia? No, I'm actually British, but I think a lot of Americans or a lot of Europeans get English and Australian accent mixed up, which is understandable because we both say like mate and stuff like that. Um, Minecraft is all right, but there's not much you can do in it. It's very. I'm trying to stick with the adult borderline, you know. I don't want to go too much into the children cringy content. It's so bad even saying that. Titanfall 2. Would you guys actually like to see me play a campaign? I. It's weird. I feel like people either want my tutorials or the shopkeeper. If I play anything else, it barely gets 5,000 views, which isn't great for when this is your main income. Um, Valorant, I have looked at that. Does Valorant have proximity chat? I swear I've been watching some clips of Valorant and I see people speaking to each other and stuff. Yes, if it's an upload, yes. So basically, you'll watch anything that gets uploaded. I appreciate from you guys. Super chat. Apparent super chat. Let me hang on. Wait. Do you guys want to see what my setup is at the moment? Look at this. I'm using a cabinet, and I'm like leaning you up along against that to like get you on level. No, Valorant doesn't have proximity chat. Let me see if this is all working. Oh, I just pressed something on my TV and now it's going all wrong. Go away. There we go. Okay. Yeah, so you guys want super chat. I don't know if that's working, guys. I thought I had it working. I had it working on a stream like 2 years ago, so I just assumed it was automatic. This is kind of a worse view for you guys, but because I'm looking at my computer, see, this is what I mean by when I say I can see a black screen, but I can see your questions a lot more easier on this. Spink, where were you for 5 months? Like, bruh. Yeah, it's lonely world out here, just trying to wrap my head around what's important in life, And the YouTube game it's good. I started YouTube because I thought I was going to find like a lot of similar people to myself, and 5 years later, I'm just a lonely guy behind a computer, not really doing anything, and it kind of took its toll on me. Give me 2 seconds to see if I can set up this super chat because there's so many questions coming through. I feel bad that I can't answer all of them. Opinion on communist utopia. That's a paradox. Philosophically speaking, you can't have a communist utopia because what one person agrees everyone should have the same of, another person would disagree. So you couldn't claim it to be a utopia. One person would always sacrifice, if that makes sense. Give me 2 seconds. Give me 2 seconds. I need to see if I can figure this out. I don't even know what I'm doing. I am such a YouTube noob. Like, someone asked me what my specs are, and it's just the cheapest 144 hertz computer monitor I could find, and then it's like the most basic PC gaming setup. I'm trying to hold the camera steady because I know it's probably shaking a little bit from me holding it. But give me 2 seconds while I try to set up some form of super chat. Supers fans compared to what? Super chat. Is super chat enabled? I don't even know how to turn it on. I'm guessing even if I was to turn on super chat, I'd have to reset the stream, and that people wouldn't really like that. Let me see if I can just figure this out. YouTube is not not at all helpful. There we go. Thank you for letting me review YouTube because you have never been helpful. Turn on super chat. This is very not helpful, but I'm just going to ignore that for now. Maybe if I do a live stream in the future, we'll have super chat then. But let me stick you down. There we go. And I do apologise to anyone whose questions I have missed. As I said, I'm not used to this. I'll try and set it up a bit more professionally next time. What do my friends call me? What friends? Just Stephen, really. How old am I? I'm 31. I'm 31. I used to have a baby face and looked a lot younger, but then I started smoking, and now I look a lot older. Don't smoke. Um, can you please go live when you're playing Apex? I could do that at some point, I suppose. I might have to do a live stream, but the reason I don't live stream in general, I thought of Twitch, I thought of YouTube. I don't really consider myself a funny or entertaining guy in general, and that's what streamers have to be. They have to put up that attitude constantly. I'm more like a lot of my content, I'll be 20 minutes of silence, and then it'll be like a minute of action and talking and stuff. So for that 20 minutes, it's not good for live streaming. People get bored because, like, to set up my shop, I'll run around a map for 15 minutes, looting, finding out where the circles are, get into the circle, and that's when I'll start trying to talk and stuff. I suppose I could try, but yeah. Are you Christian? No, unfortunately, I am not religious whatsoever. I was raised by a Buddhist, so I do have a lot of. I consider myself to be very, like, moral, if that makes sense. I think that's a lot of my downfall in life is because I refuse to budge on some of my morals sometimes. Um, can you play with me? Well, I don't know if I can actually. My type of gameplay is so bad. Like, when people play with me, they expect I'm going to be good or something, and I'm not good. I have to set up a strategic plan to get something to happen, and sometimes, most of the time, it doesn't happen. So, like, say for example, my shopkeeping. I'll do the shopkeeping thing about 5 times, 5 different games. It'll only work like once. But most people that play with me will get bored after the first or second fail, whereas me, I have to do it like 5 or 6 times before it even happens once, if that makes sense. So people end up getting a bit annoyed. Um, how was your day? Today, just one foot in front of the other, you know. Um, I need to stop doing that. Um, I should watch Choco Taco playing Rust at the secret cannibal. Oh my god, these questions are so fast. I really need to set up Super Chat because that way it stays there and I can actually read it. Oh no, that's right in front of the camera. I can't do that. Right, let's try this. Do a shopkeep with the Vlad. I'm not sure about glitches. I've never been a fan of glitches. I find it really funny that all these YouTubers get away with putting glitches in their video, but yet the moment a normal player does that glitch, they get banned. But it's okay if a content creator like advertises the glitch, they don't get banned. I think that's very hypocritical, so I try not to do glitches myself. What's my favorite color? Red or blue, because of Nightwing, the superhero. Hang on. Red or blue, because of Nightwing. And this used to be blue, the newer version is red. And this is what my dad sent me years ago, and it's one of the few things I will keep hold of. There we go. What's my favourite letter? I don't have a favourite letter. Probably X, because it doesn't make any sense as a letter. Do you have a job? Well, YouTube was my full-time job, and because I took so much time off, the money obviously went woo. And I actually got myself to the point where I was almost going to be homeless at the end of last year, but my dad helped me out and helped me out mentally as well. So now, if I don't get a job soon, yeah, things are gonna. If I don't get my YouTube back up and running, I'm gonna have to go out and flip burgers again or something. But yeah. Favorite animal: penguin, snow tiger, polar bear. 3 favorite animals in no particular order. Well, actually, polar bear and snow tiger, white Siberian tigers. Today I tried the shopkeeper thing, but everybody killed me. That's what I mean. That's why most people are like, yeah, I'll join you. And then they join me for 1 or 2 games and they're like, this isn't working, man. It's like, yeah, I have to do it like 10 times before it works once. Favorite food? Oh, probably Five Guys. Probably a good Five Guys burger. I'm not gonna lie, but for the past couple weeks, all I've been eating is beans on toast. Um, but yeah. Oh my God. Favorite game? Halo. Halo 1 to 4. Halo 1 to 4 is just what kicked everything off for me in gaming. It's what when people like what's the expression? Sparking the fire of passion, so to speak. Halo is what did that to me. I've literally got the Halo soundtracks in my Spotify playlist, and I listen to them all the time. Halo Reach kind of killed the franchise for me. It was all about that one Spartan, and then they just went, "Hey, here's a whole bunch of Spartans," and it just kind of took the specialty away from it. I need moderators. Yes, I do. Unfortunately, I tried to set up a whole Discord, Reddit thing ages ago. There was a particular moderator that thought she knew me, and she went basically. They had this secret chat group behind my back, and they would talk about me, and they came up with their own conspiracy theories about how I am and stuff, and it was very weird. And so I just don't interact with anyone across the internet on a personal basis anymore because it was almost like a coup. It was very weird. So a few trust issues with moderators and stuff now. I'm not sure if I'm shouting too much. Actually, I can probably lower down a bit. Please tell me you're going to play Halo Infinite. I like my inner kid really does want to, but because I have to take YouTube seriously in terms of job wise, I think for the first month or so, I'm going to be very much focused on my normal content, maybe like shopkeeper stuff, just to get the ball rolling again, mixing in with a few other games. But a few of you have said you'd like to see me do campaign stuff. So, yeah, I don't know how I'd do that. Maybe I'd live stream it, but I don't have a good quality live stream camera. So if I was to live stream, I wouldn't have face. It would just be normal. You'd see the gameplay and just me talking. Um, why did you stop YouTube? Oh, well, as you can see, I'm trying to start it back up again. The big why did I stop YouTube was just because I got dedicated to Apex Legends, like very dedicated to the point I was doing tutorials that I could easily say no one else was really doing. I got to the point where I got sponsored by Respawn EA. I got invited to the season 3 pre-launch. And if I know as a content creator, I'm not supposed to have any kind of say or have any kind of expectations, but the game's just, Apex Legends has just gone in a direction where I don't even consider it a battle royale anymore. It's just a multiplayer run and gun game. And I know it's very opinion based, but as someone who's literally put in hundreds of hours, like 100 hours each week easily, like dedicated full time to one game, I feel like I do have a fair enough position to say I'm just not a fan of the direction they've taken Apex Legends in. They're narrowing the basically battle royale games are all about survive no matter what strategy you want to use. It's a battle royale. You should be allowed to use that strategy, and Apex Legends are just stopping people from using certain strategies, like environmental play. Anything above 15 to 20 feet has like force push barriers that push you off, timers that don't allow you to stay up there. And it's like, what's the point in creating that scenery if you're not going to let me use it? Like, I'm actually getting tested for Asperger's at the moment, and like for things like this, because my brain just logically can't wrap my head around it. What's the point in creating scenery I can't use? It just doesn't make sense to me. Who's your favorite legend in Apex? I don't know. It's a mix between Pathfinder and Valkyrie. They Pathfinder's got better escapability because his grapple allows him to move quicker. But Valkyrie, I do love her. Again, this is what I'm talking about. Apex Legends creating things that you can't even use, like Valkyrie. She gives you the height. She has a jetpack, but the moment you go over 15, 20 feet, you're not allowed to get on anything. It pushes you off, or it has timers. It's like the only way you can use her abilities is for attacking. This is what I mean. They force you to play in this certain way, and I'm not a fan of it. Do I support the LGBT community, and what are your pronouns? Honestly, I support whoever people want to be. My pronouns, I've never been one of those people that have been like, you have to call me this, you have to say this word and things like that. Like, I spent my entire school life being bullied and being called names to the point that you grow a thick skin, and I don't care what people call me. I know who I am inside, and that's what matters to me. If I say something that's incorrect and someone's like, "Hey, I'm not a he, I'm a she, or I'm a they," I'll be like, "Fair enough." I do find it very confusing that they picked the word "they" because I feel like it just added more confusion. I feel like you could have come up with a new word instead of using a pre-existing word that already has meaning to it. It confused my logic a little bit, but I respect it, and if people want me to call them they and that, I will. When will you continue the hot dog chain in Apex? That was a good one. I'm not gonna lie. That was a fun one. I'll do that again at some point. I might do a different fast food stand though. Um, uh, so happy to see that you're okay, bro. Well, compared to most people in the world, yes, I'm okay. I'm okay. Um, Share something about how your life's going. No, I don't know. It's hard to speak about problems in your own life when there's other people experiencing a lot worse. Um, so just got to get on with it, right? Um, Trying to keep up with these comments. We love you, Lord Spink. Love you too. Good evening. Good afternoon. Could you chant? Oh no, you're gonna make me chant it, aren't you? Dip, dip, potato chip. um, my problems aren't important. Other people's are. What do you think about the Israel-Palestinian conflict? Oh, see, I'm a very you see very surface level me on YouTube. They're like, I went to university to study philosophy, so when it comes to these in-depth conversations, I'm always one of the first people to get in there and be like, oh, let's talk about this. But it's very risky to do it on the internet. In terms of the Israel-Palestine conflict, I find it very funny that a few days ago they were like, yeah, let's have a ceasefire after you bombed our country and our civilians for a whole bunch of times. And then, surprise, surprise, a couple of days later, they start kicking off again. Like, that wasn't predictable. So I don't know. I look at this whole world and think it's very ironically predictable. And I'm just kind of tired of people falling for it. So I just kind of, yeah. Do you have any games in mind you want to play/record? Honestly, I've been such a freaking recluse, a bit of an incel, that you're gonna need to suggest some games to me. Like, oh my god, how gay did I look doing that? Oh yes. Um, who's your best friend? I don't really know. I don't really have one. A best friend is someone you can rely on. I don't really have any of them at the moment. But yeah. Yeah, the whole LGBTQ thing, I don't mind. Like, honestly, I've experimented in the past. Like, my logic in my brain says if there's a vast majority of people that says this can be fun, I think, scientifically, I need to test that out. So I have experimented in the past. Things aren't for me personally. I'm straight, but that isn't to say I haven't tried things, and I'll leave that for you to guess. Um, oh my God, there's so many. What are your hobbies? Well, at the moment, I really want to set up my YouTube again so I can save up. I want to buy a van, kit it out so I can live in, travel around the country, travel around England. I'll still be doing my gaming, but I'll also add in some life moments of traveling videos. This is my ultimate goal, by the way. But yeah, um, kit out a van and live in it, travel around England until I can save up enough to maybe fly my van over to America and then travel around there. Maybe meet some other creators on my travels. I think that would be absolutely amazing. Um, but all at the same time, I'd want to create a strong internet connection in the van so I could still do my gaming. Let me get that. Do you play electric guitar by any chance? Because you could. I did learn. I did start practicing guitar years ago when I was homeless. But when I came back to my tent one day, someone had stolen my guitar, and it kind of bummed me out. So I just didn't carry on learning. Don't go to America. It's not worth it. Um, for its system, it's not worth it. But for its people, I think it's very much worth it. Like, you got to think philosophically speaking, you can't have the good without the bad. Like, a lot of people, they learn to be good in life because they've experienced the bad. And I think that very much applies to America. There's so much corruption in America that it brings out the good in the victims that come forward, and they've seen how corruption changes a society. So because you get so much bad in America, you also get so much good. And I think that's one of the good things that will be about going to America. Arena's opinion, arenas can suck my. sorry. I am not. I like the concept of arenas, but again, they manipulate the gameplay by adding all this fancy decoration, and then they put force push barriers and out of bound timers on everything. What's the point in creating these tool things if I'm not allowed to use them? It makes no sense to me. I really like the concept of arenas. I want to make that clear. I love the concept, but they limit your gameplay. And I do not like that. I do not like that's what I think that's my fundamental problem with Apex Legends. They create these amazing maps and then they just limit to you to like a quarter of the map. You can't use anything above a certain height. I just don't like it. Can't wrap my head around it. Um, you're currently on a 32 win streak in arenas. If you're just a run and gun type of gamer, arenas is fabulous for you. But for me, I'm an environmentalist in term and to the point where I like environmental gameplay. I like strategical gameplay. Sometimes this involves setting things up, and you can't do that in Apex Legends anymore. They keep on narrowing the way you can play in Apex Legends to the point where you can only run and gun. Um, like even if you're playing as Valkyrie, half the things you can't even fly. I'm not talking about getting on. You can't even fly over it without the out of bounds timer affecting you. And if you do that a few times in a game, it's going to automatically kill you. And I just don't like that. Mental health is very. I'm sorry if the comments have zoomed past. I'm trying to keep up. Mental health is very important and it matters as much as any other suffering. I hope you have / get the support you need. That kind of support, yeah, no. That's a very in-depth conversation. It's hard to explain that. Support is a luxury for the dependent, if that makes sense. And I'm an independent, so I don't really have that support. Does Spink get trippy? Wait. Does Spink get trippy? I really need to take some acid and just look at this, don't I? No, because when I studied psychology and philosophy, I have a massive, like, my biggest fascination in the world is the subconscious mind and how it interacts with the consciousness. By the time I was 19, I developed my own theory on the subconscious that no one has been able to prove wrong yet. It's kind of my own little secret theory. But basically, because of that, psychedelics, trippy stuff, it was always like a scientific experiment. How would it react with my mind? What would it cause it to do? So again, I have experimented in the past, but not successfully, if that makes sense. I've tried, but not successfully attempted. Um, do I normally accept friend requests on Apex? If it's someone I've played with or someone I know, yeah, but if it's just a random name, I don't, because there's a limit to how many people you can add. And once it gets full, and then I'll end up having to delete like 200 people or whatever the limit is. And yeah. Oh my God, the comments. Hey, wait. I didn't even know that, and that is such a connection. Fun fact, Halo Reach invented the out-of-bounds timer that is used in many games, including Apex Legends. I didn't even know that. Maybe that's one of the core reasons why I stopped enjoying Halo, because Halo 1 to 4, I loved it because you could get anywhere on the map. You could go anywhere, you could do anything. You found Easter eggs, you had to find the skulls to unlock secret abilities. And then Halo Reach, it just changed the gameplay, and I think that must have been one of the things. And I don't like, I hate, I do not like out of bounds timers. What's the point in creating a map I cannot use? If you want to just stick up a flat wall to stop me getting over there, do that. But don't create a fancy thing that looks like I can get on it and then don't allow me to get on it. Are you going to be uploading more? I am going to be uploading about once a week at the moment, just to get me back into the ball, because honestly, the caption videos I do with all the little subtitles that I put in, they are very mentally draining, I'll be honest. I'm not a fan of editing. I really just enjoy making content and being fun and happy and all that stuff. But when you're sitting behind a computer for 9 hours in silence, just editing in captions, it's very mentally draining. So at the moment, I'm only going to be doing that about once a week, just to get myself back into the routine. The comments. Genshin Impact, I've heard of it. I think my friend plays it. I think he's mentioned it to me before. Got any SOT content coming? I loved the videos you got out before you left. SOT. What's SOT? Sea of Thieves, Sea of Thieves. Okay. I basically completed Sea of Thieves in like 2 months, including all the fishing achievements. After I played it, I could get some content on that, to be honest. It was fun, but I don't know. I felt like I had a really cool video with this kid I met, and it just didn't do well. So I didn't touch Sea of Thieves after that. But again, I suck, and I cannot emphasize this enough. I suck at thumbnails. I am terrible at thumbnails, and that's where 90% of you views come in. So I think I just need to practice my thumbnails a bit more. Have I ever done a giveaway? Yes, I have done giveaways in the past when I had money coming in. Unfortunately, I've been eating beans on toast for the past 2 weeks, so the money isn't really coming in. Do you like the new season of Apex? Honestly, I don't really see the seasons anymore, because when you do a season, you buy the battle pass, all the different things that come with it. I haven't even bought the battle pass. So to me, coming on, it doesn't seem like a new season. It just seems like normal Apex, but slightly different change in the map and a few extra features. Like, I stopped seeing things in seasons. It's more of the whole season thing is just a marketing ploy. Did you hear about the new legend Candice? I have not been keeping up to date with any of the news stuff. I kept I used to wake up in the morning and scour Reddit and scour everything for all the new stuff, and it just burnt me out. So I've kind of kept myself ignorant on purpose, so that when I see it, I have like a genuine reaction to it, and I'm like, oh, look at this, oh, look at that, which I already have saved, and I will be releasing that content soon. But yeah, um, the old Halos are still fun though. Yeah, one day if I'm ever in a position where my YouTube's strong, where I can just live stream anything and do well, I would love to redo Halo 1 to 4. I would love that. I used to walk to my friend's house miles every day just so we could play Halo 2 cooperative, like on repeat all the time. Um, but yeah. Do I have a girlfriend? No. I was in a relationship about 2 years ago, and we broke up when my YouTube hit its peak. She was very, very family orientated. And I got to a point where I felt like my YouTube could help people. And she'd rather just stay in a quiet little town with her family, and I help a few people, but I felt like if I was out there in the world, I could help more people. And so we ended up breaking up, not because we didn't love each other, but more because we just had different visions of a coupled life. Um, and Yeah, I think that kind of mentally broke me a little bit. So I kind of ended up screwing up my YouTube a little bit, and it just yeah. Um, oh, dear. You put a dab in the chat. I'm gonna dab. Come on, Haru. Oh wait, Haru. Is that Haru? I was playing with Haru. Tiffany, low-key male in real life. Hang on, wait. Who's Tiffany? Leave now. We don't want you here. Who's Tiffany? Tiffany, look in the mirror. Tiffany bot. Who's guys? No bullying in the chat. Even if they attempt to bully us, don't bully back. We're better than them. All right? We're better. Tiffany. Where's Tiffany? And your forehead wrinkles are knocking me sink. You like my wrinkles, Tiffany? You like my wrinkles? This is what living on the streets and actually having a rough life does to you. Yeah. Don't fall down to her level, guys. Um, Opinions on pagans and Wiccans. Hey, I do whatever you want. If you actually made something work, I'd be happy. If any religion proved anything, I'd be happy. I'd be like, sweet, we've got scientific proof that this exists. But in terms of paganism and Wicca, I used to read a few Book of Shadows from witches, so to speak, when I was a kid. Mainly because of the whole mental aspect, like meditation, things like that. I thought it was very interesting in terms of being able to mentally control yourself. Do I have a Twitch channel? I do not at the moment. You spend over £200 a month. Oh, dollars. Yeah, you're American, so that's all you really care about. What's your favorite Apex season of all time? Probably one. Season 1, before they started patching all the environmental play. Do I know Lord? Oh no, Lord Spink. Do you know about Candice? This is going to be one of these words where it's do you know suck it? And it's like sucking these balls or something like that. It's going to be one of those. But yeah. All right, hang on, wait, Tiffany. Do you want to be my sugar mama? Send me $200 and I'll get my wrinkles Botoxed just for you. Can you say, oh, you want me to say it like Lifeline, don't you? How does she say it? Mozambique here. It's got that like little riff. It's almost got that African like accent to it, that little rhythmic tone, which is I think the African and New Zealand accents are two of my favorites. They both have like this musical melody to it when people speak, and it's absolutely love it. I will ask see, Tiffany, that's the thing. I will ask my father. I grew up in foster care. I was chucked on the streets when I was 16. This is what I mean. People like you that are dependents, you have people that pay your way for you. There's people like me out there that don't have that. We exist, you know. Not everyone has those dependencies. We don't all have people that just give us money. But yeah, love the streams, but I have to leave. Thank you for stopping by, Brian Parnell. And oh yeah, guys, that whole thing about Tiffany and my wrinkles, that wasn't even really bullying, guys. She's just pointing out my wrinkles. That's like pointing out that I'm missing a tooth. It's a fact. It's not an insult, technically. It's a fact. You can't get annoyed over facts. But yeah, Tiffany has left the chat. Bye. Hopefully I get that $200, yeah? You lived in your local park. Yeah, it's rough. Daddy Spink teaching life lessons far better than money. Yeah, I know there's a lot of audience members that will be 50-50 with me, because I'm not very, what's the word? Is it meritocracy? It's all about, no, that's merit. But basically, I'm not a massive fan in how money changes someone's perspective on people, if that makes sense. And a lot of people with money don't even realize how fortunate they are, and they'll judge people that don't have it, who can't even be in the same position as them. So I know some people that are very money-based won't like me personally, but it's not a blame thing. I just think it's a part of reality. Would I ever like to try witchcraft? If you told me that you had something that would work, I'd give it a go. I'm very scientifically experimental. So if you had something that you thought worked, I'd be like, yeah, let's try it. Let's see if it works. You told your parents that you've been my favorite YouTuber and that you've been struggling, and my whole family wish you the best. And that's hopefully you'll find God's love. Is it right? You can't say bless you if you're not a Christian, right? But I thought it'd be polite to wish to bless your family, but that only works if you're a Christian. If you're not a Christian, is it offensive to say bless you? Like a white person saying the N-word? I don't know. But good intentions. I hope you and your family all the best as well. Thank you. Where am I right now? I am in England, Essex, Colchester, if that makes sense. Try Wim Hof meditation. I shall look it up afterwards. Thank you. Christianity isn't the only religion, you know. Yeah, I know. As I mentioned earlier in the stream, I was raised by my foster mum, my main foster mum, when I settled down for a little while. She was a Buddhist who found Buddha in Japan, came back to England, and she didn't really raise me on Buddhism, but she taught us about it if we asked questions and stuff. Are you in need of money right now? Just asking. I think that's a weird, I feel like that's a paradoxical question, because technically, if you don't include the top 1%, the other 99% always need money, because this is a capitalist society where we have to pay for everything. So it's kind of like anyone that says no to that question is technically lying, if that makes sense. I love your hair, Spink. You be looking sexy. Well, it's been a long time since someone said that. Don't. I keep trying to read these questions. Don't have much to say, but thanks for the fun vids. Oh, dude, your profile picture is a K, and then your initials are KK. So it's like KKK. You see what I'm Maybe change the profile picture there, bud. um, uh, let's see. What's my favorite movie? I'm a massive movie and TV film buff. Like, it's the only way I can escape this world. Um, Swiss Army Man, emotionally, just hits me in the heart, makes me want to cry every single time. Swiss Army Man with Daniel Radcliffe and Paul Rudd was just blew my mind. But then normal films, I've got a few, but Avatar, the original Avatar, just blew my mind. Like, that was a hippie's wet dream mixed with CGI future, and I just loved it. Jurassic Park, always an amazing classic. Um, would you be open to shopkeeping with me and my brother, even if we couldn't hit our shots? It would still be an honor. Well, that's the thing. You're not supposed to shoot people when you're a shopkeeper. You're supposed to dip. Like, even if they're shooting you, you don't give up. You keep on dipping until they stop shooting or you die and have to repeat the process. What if barter systems get implemented? I don't know about the barter system, if that's an Apex Legends thing. Let's see. I never... Oh, wait. I think I did play Titanfall. I think I played one of them around my friends for a bit. That's the one where you get in, like, the big, like, mechs, and then you can shoot up into the sky when you exit them and stuff, isn't it? I think I played that. Yeah, say it. You're supposed to say it. Dip, dip, potato chip. All right, second time of the stream. How many people are going to ask that? Thoughts on Mondays? Well, the whole weekday thing is a human concept based on Monday to Friday work schedules. So it depends if you're self-employed or you work for someone else. So to me, Monday, I don't really look at days as Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday to Sunday. Today the sun is rising, and tonight the sun will set, and tomorrow the sun will rise again. It's just another day. The whole reason we created days was just to organize things better. But yeah, let's see. On behalf of everyone that's curious, do you watch anime? Hang on. Do I watch anime? Anyone recognize this red strip? If you can tell me what anime this hat is from, or you'll get in the shopkeeper video soon. Body you all thought I was going to come back with a body pillow. One Piece. There you go. You've got it. Hang on. Let's see if I can get it. One Piece. Yeah. I am a massive One Piece fanboy. I very much mentally relate to Luffy. I'm not going to lie. Like, if you could look at my YouTube career similar to Luffy, it would make a lot of sense. Like, I started my YouTube career similar to how Luffy went out on a ship. My intention was to find my own family, to find a group of people that I could work with and help and feel like I belong to, if that makes sense. But 5 years later, I'm still trying to find one person. But yeah. A live stream. Yeah, your first time ever watching a live stream. Yeah, they're a bit weird. I'm not gonna lie. I try to avoid the well, I don't try to avoid them. I just haven't really done them. For the boys. A barter trade. Barter is a system of exchange where participants... I know what bartering is, but what do you mean if it's going to get introduced? Introduced in what? Into society? Into Apex Legends? I'm really confused. Where? Would love to shopkeep with you. I wouldn't dare shoot anyone. That is if we are shopkeeping. I, I need to set up some kind of thing where shopkeepers can unite, so to speak, and then like people could join me shopkeeping. I don't know. I tried to set up a Discord once, but they all turned on me, and that was very weird. So I avoid. If anyone wants to set anything up, feel free. But I've had too many bad experiences in the past to try again. Um, yeah, Tahira, I'm not actually going to be looking anything up. I'm very scientific based. So to me, the only side of witchcraft that I ever looked into was meditation. And that was just a very small aspect of it. Because I suggest the gem goddess. Well, right there's no scientific proof that most gems actually doing anything. There's only very microbe proof on certain things like hematite stone and things like that. Manifestation, that's just that's a philosophical thing. That's not technically a witchcraft thing. Um, if you look up the terminology self-fulfilling prophecy, that's very much manifestation. What you believe is going to happen usually ends up happening a lot of the time because you make it happen, if that makes sense. Let's see if I've missed any questions. The chat has slowed down for me. So, instead of using money, what if we use barter system in real life? See, when I was about 24, I came up with my own way that we could create a utopia where the citizens only would have to work 10 hours a week and everything would get done. Every single job that needed to be done would get done. And people would only be required to work 10 hours a week. But that is like a 2 hour long video that I would need to sit down with someone debating me, because it's very hard to put it all out into. It's hard to put a utopian society just out through the mouth and have people go, yeah, that would work, because everyone's going to find a flaw. So you need to have a very long debate where you can prove your system works. That's why they have things like presidential debates and stuff. Do you consider yourself conservative or Democrat, or a bit of both? I don't like to say. I don't like this conservative or democratic move. It reminds me of sports too much. It's like, do you support this team or that team? Or do you kind of like both teams and you're just like, yeah, good luck. The moment you declare that you're on one side, you have another side attack you, and you have another side that stand up for you. And I don't like that. I think people need to look at a situation individually. There might be certain situations out there where Democrats are better. There might be certain situations out there where the other team is better. But because we've got this team-based system, everyone's just like, it becomes a bit of mob mentality. Sometimes if you're a Democrat and the opposite team actually do something good, then your instinct is going to be like, oh, I can't admit they've done something good because I'm a Democrat. I'm on this team. I have to always oppose that team. And I really hate that mentality that has overtaken politics. So that's why I avoid politics. Can you play above 150 milliseconds of latency? Asking because we don't have established servers, and I honestly don't know. I hear a lot of people when they game, they're like, oh, I'm only getting these amount of frames per second and all this, and I'm like, mate, I used to play on like an Xbox. I don't look at my frames. I don't look at my latency. If the game's lagging, it's lagging. Like, I don't look at any of that. I'm like the most ignorant PC person you'll ever meet who plays on PC. I don't have a clue what I'm doing on PC, honestly. It's so bad. Do you have Discord that is available to join? I don't have any social medias. As I said, I did set up a Discord in the past, but my moderators turned on me after one of them went rogue and created a coup between all the other it was so I just don't touch that stuff. If anyone else wants to do it, feel free. Maybe I'll join it. Yeah, good answer. Just think for yourself, just not in one box. That's how I see it. Too many people put themselves, the moment you say you're a Democrat or you're this, you put yourself in a box, and it's harder to get out of that. And I don't know, people don't look at the situation specifically. What was your highest rank in Apex? Keep in mind, I only play solo in ranked. Because I have a very unique play style, people get it like Apex Legends, 99% of players are just run and gun. And if you fail, run and gun again. And I'm not like that. I'm very strategic. I know when I can take a fight and when I can't. And so those other 99, like Apex Legends can be a very toxic place. And if you don't run and gun, you get a lot of toxicity towards you. So I've had to play solo ranked. And so I can get about halfway through Diamond solo. I reckon if I had a team that actually worked together strategically, I could get to Predator. No, to Master. Wait, which one's... Is Predator above Masters? Well, whatever's above Diamond. I reckon if I actually had a working team together, I could get above Diamond. What would you do if all your stuff got deleted? Well, I'd probably go flip burgers at McDonald's again. I don't know. Master, then Pred. Yeah. Masters first, then Predator. Yeah, people just usually support their own team. I know I need to be saying your names, guys. I'm trying to read your questions so fast. I forget to say your name. But yes, Misfios. Misfios? I just had a brain fart. But yeah, people put themselves in a team. The moment they do that, they don't know how to support people outside of that team. Do you watch any TV shows? What's your favorite one? And have you seen Invincible? Okay. I have seen nearly every single film and TV show in existence that isn't based on real life, if that makes sense. It has, I can't watch things that have a real life aspect to it. It has to have some kind of science fiction. If it hasn't got any kind of science fiction in it, I get bored because I could just pick up a newspaper and read similar scenarios. I don't want a slice of life film. I don't want a slice of life TV show. I want something that's going to take me out of this world. But other than that, I've watched I'm a massive gaming, TV shows, films. They're like my three things. I just sit behind a PC and watch all the time. You could name anything and I'll probably have watched it. Trying to get these comments. Let's see. I always scout for my team and ping enemies or analyze situations to get a better position, but people just want to run into fights and die. Yeah, that's what I know what you mean. And then the moment you don't run into a fight because you know you're going to get killed, they're like, oh, you're a pushy blood. So, mate, shut up. Like, I know when to not take a fight. I'm not an idiot. Let's see. How fast do you solve a Rubik's Cube? I cannot solve a Rubik's Cube. I started practicing that like when I was about 21. There's certain algorithms, like similar to YouTube actually. Solving a Rubik's Cube has algorithms, patterns to changing the corner colors and everything. Started learning that a while ago, but ended up giving up on that. My friend was showing me. If you crack an egg on your head, I will give you £34,000. I don't believe you. Like, hang on. I don't even have any eggs. Oh no, I have 2 eggs. And they're out of date. So I might be cracking spoiled eggs on my head. But you don't have £34,000 in Peru. What's your opinion on Lord of the Rings? Absolute classic. The Hobbit films could have done a lot better. They relied on too much CGI for the thing. Oh. Let's see. Spink, you're hot, bro. No, I'm not. Hang on, wait. Do you want to see what I actually look like? That's what I actually look like. Imagine this down the pub. You think I'm going to pull? Hey, you're right, mate. No, not going to work. And you could just tell me to put this back in, but when I have this in, I don't feel like myself. It feels like I have a giant plastic ball in. Like, imagine taking a girl home and having a good old snog, and you've got a giant plastic ball in your mouth that you're trying to keep in position. It is one of the most horrible things. Are you poggers? I don't think I've... Yo, I said, no spamming, bro. Come on, let other people talk, man. Why does he look like Jesus with that hair? I don't know, second coming? Oh, I shouldn't say that. That was a joke. Want me to tell a super cheesy pun? Yes. You thought the thumbnail was edited? Mate, you can't edit teeth as bad as mine. Sorry to have to leave. Bye, Tarek. You've probably already gone. You're still hot, bruh. Mate, I bet it's a bunch of blokes that are just being really encouraging, but there ain't a single girl that's out. Like, I can guarantee, like, I've spoken, like, I'm a very confident person, so I will talk to females about myself in an objective way, and you can tell when they're like, oh yeah, you're attractive, but I wouldn't kiss you. Like, that's the vibe you get. I'm very good at reading people, let's just say that. Ice, you were the one to expose Water Dost, right? I heard about that. The guy was supposedly cheating. Honestly, most content creators cheat. If it's not hacking, they're cheating, they're clickbaiting. Like, I feel like that's the moral level of most content creators, if I'm being honest with you. That's why I haven't collabed with a lot of creators, because I just don't agree with a lot of their morals, if I'm being honest. But yeah. What have I been doing in the past months? Nothing. Been feeling sorry for myself, so no excuses really. What did the grape say when it got crushed? Nothing. It just let out a little whine. I've heard it before. Art thou PogChamp? I don't know. Explain the definition of PogChamp, and I would let you know. Zero encryption. You actually saw me on Abra. Dude, I love Abra and Preach. These guys I fucking love Abra and Preach, man. It reminds me of me back in the day when I used to talk about things and not give 2 flying Fs, if that makes sense. But I do it on a very equal term. Like, I wouldn't put people down. I'd just be like, look, some people like this, some people don't, blah, 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 I don't agree with it, whatever. And Abba and Preach just remind me of my younger self a bit, if I'm being honest. What about collabing with Beanbag? I've tried collabing with him in the past, even when my YouTube was really successful, but he just never replied. So I assumed, like, I tried a couple times and Beanbag never replied. So I assume he genuinely, like, doesn't want to collab with me, if that makes sense. Um, some content creators just don't find other content creators. What's the word? Um, some like when you meet a new friend and you're like, I'm not sure if I'd get on with that guy. Some people are just like, that might be the impression he gets with me, or I don't know. But yeah. Oh my god, I've got to go. He hasn't collabed with anyone else before. I should collab with Ice Ops. I just saw who commented that. Ice Ops. Let me go find out who he is. What happened to your channel? That would take like an hour to explain, bro. If I'm being honest. Me waiting for everyone to leave so I can ask if he would shopkeep with me. As I said, if someone set something up where all the people that wanted to play with me could, and then I could, like, when I came on, I could be like, hey, who's on? Who wants to come join me? First come, first serve kind of thing. Or like Mr. Beast has his Discord, and like they do it based on the amount of time you've been in the Discord. I don't really know how to settle that stuff up, so I just haven't. I thought he did a collab with Gaming Merchant. Technically, we didn't collab. What happened with the Gaming Merchant, and I think it was Doom64 as well, another YouTuber, at the Season 3 pre-launch, we all got invited to play Season 3 early. We all got flown out to Los Angeles, and all the creators, I'm forgetting their names now, but like Zeus, what's the yellow and black logo that begins with an S? I've forgotten his name. He's so cool. And then you've got the other long-haired guy that always I don't know. His thumbnail's always banger. But Staycation, that's the one. Staycation. We were all there. Like, we were all face to face speaking to each other. Candy Roo, that's it, Candy. And basically, you get assigned computers. Your name is in front of a computer. And because this is Apex Legends, which forces you to play as a team because you can't play solo, we got all these content creators got forced up into trios. So me, Gaming Merchant, and Doom64 were forced into a team together. And they were great guys. It was amazing. We had a blast. But it was terrible for getting content, because if we're each trying to get our own piece of content, we couldn't, because we had to stay with the team and help the team, if that makes sense. It was such a bad event. Like, I was getting sponsored by EA is probably one of the biggest disappointments of my life. Like, oh my, that was one of the biggest letdowns. I had so much hype for that, and it was just a fail. Yeah, the one and only Anabaptist. You can play by yourself, and the other squads are trios and duos. That's correct. But that wouldn't be fair on the Gaming Merchant and Doom64, who, like, I would abandon them. That's not fair on them. I'm in their team. I should be helping them. So I did. I just didn't get any content, really. Well, not any of the quality content that I used to upload. You got bamboozled. All right, Mirage, calm down. Can I upload a Valk guide? Okay, guys. I don't like Apex Legends. I'll be honest with you. I don't like what they've turned it into. And I can't spend, like, weeks of my time dedicated to tips and tricks on a game that I just don't enjoy. I just can't. It doesn't make logical sense. Why would anyone do that? Why would you, like, the only people that do that are literally obsessed with the money that comes with it. And I'm not money focused. So I stopped making tips and tricks videos. That's like, a lot of people are like saying that I jumped on the shopkeeper meme. And it's like, no, I had two options that did well. I don't really like Apex Legends anymore, and the shopkeeper videos was the quickest way to produce videos without doing all these tips and tricks that would I'd spend weeks investigating. So yeah, in terms of that, I don't. In my opinion, Apex Legends is no longer a battle royale. It's just a multiplayer game. That's all it is now. How about COD Zombies? That would be amazing. Yes, it would. Um, I'm not sure when I'm next going to have some money to actually buy a new game. I was just thinking about that actually. But the moment I get something come through, I will buy a new game. I'll have to make a video or something and get everyone to vote what game I should buy. I don't know. I don't really know what good games are out. Um, what do you plan on playing, if anything? Well, at the moment, I'm just mixing between Apex Legends, a bit of Warzone. Honestly, anything where I can do some fun, unique, funny moments like shopkeeping and funny riot shield play type stuff. And that's probably what I'm going to keep on doing. And if I can transfer that over into another game, I would love to. I just don't know what to. There's a YouTuber that I very much love, actually. Um, Hang on, my computer's still on. Let me just pop you down there. There we go, guys. You got my Minecraft torch in the background there. Let's see if I can find this YouTuber. I absolutely love his content, and I very much like. I'm very much inspired by his content because he basically he brings his style to any game. Zebrad, no, I don't know why, but I find Zebrad a bit cringy. I don't know why. I need to go back and watch his content to figure out why I found his content cringy. But to be fair, I find my content cringy sometimes when I'm sitting there going, dip, dip, potato chip, repeated. I can't even speak. What I need to go through my recommended and find this guy. He gets millions of views, so you probably know of him. But at the same time, I need what? Come on, where are you? Ah. Oh wait, he'll be in my subscribe. I'm subscribed to him, so he'll be here somewhere. Where are you, buddy? Let's game it out. The YouTuber, let's game it out. I freaking love his content, man. Like, that's the type of content I really want to do. I want to be able to bring to you guys any game, just put my unique touch on it, and that'll be fine. But at the moment, it's only the Apex Legend videos that get the big views, and that's what I need in the beginning stages to be able to get my YouTube back up and running. But yeah, so Let's Game It Out is very much a big inspiration. Hang on, wait, there's another one. Who's the he releases a video like once a month and it's heavily captioned. He did it recently. Where are you? He makes the best captioned videos like out there. Man, I am subscribed to a lot of people. I don't know about Watson. If I'm being honest, I don't know about the nerf. I don't know what happened there. I don't really care about the characters' balances anymore. Like honestly, I'm not really into the game that much. Like I'm very surface level into Apex Legends at the moment. I haven't even bought the battle pass. Um, I just I don't like the direction Apex Legends has gone in, so I don't care to get into the dirty details of it anymore. Um, I just I muck around with it now. Let's see. Soviet Womble. Imagine Soviet Womble mixed with Let's Game It Out. That's the kind of area I'd like to get into. Um, I would love that personally. But yeah, this is this is my really bad setup. Oh wait, I do have a cool Rick and Morty mouse pad. Yeah, that's a mouse pad and a half. Look at that, baby. I'm actually. Here we go. Yeah. Yeah, I got really lucky with my setup. I did some script writing for Top 5 Gaming years ago, and after a few months, the like the CEO, I don't, but basically the manager, Tommy, he's an amazing content creator. Like you don't really see his face or anything, but behind the scenes, like you don't really get to see him. He's an amazing guy. He's a very generous and friendly person, very forgiving as well. And he basically asked me, he was like, "Yo, what are you making your videos on?" And this was back in my Black Ops Zombies days. And I was like, "Well, I record and edit on the PlayStation. I was using the old PlayStation Share Factory to edit my videos and stuff." And he was like, "Yo, what? How are you editing on the Share Factory and making videos on the PlayStation?" And so he basically, out of his own budget, he bought me a like £750 PC, like a decent quality gaming PC, so that I could start editing on PC and get proper videos out there. So I'll forever be grateful to Tommy for that. Um, you know your self, you know your self nice mount. I don't know what you're saying, Visions. um, uh, what made you stream now? Honestly, don't know. I think I hadn't really put my personality out there. Like with these shopkeeper videos, you don't actually get to see who I am or anything, or you don't get to know about me or anything. Like if people think they can guess my personality based on a shopkeeper video, then they're a bit of an idiot. But so, and there was a lot of people, and I'm assuming, like, obviously it's YouTube comments, so there's a lot of children in the comments, but there was a lot of negative comments, um, being like, "Hey, yeah, like, I just," so I thought I'd do a live stream and just be like, "Hey, if people want to ask questions, they can ask instead of just leaving assumptive negative comments," if that makes sense. Um, how long will your stream last? Honestly, I didn't think this many people were going to show up. So I'm winging it. I'm winging it, bro. I'm winging it. But yeah, my comments keep disappearing. I'm doing this all on my mobile at the moment. Thoughts on Vladimir Lenin? I am ignorant to who that is, so I have no thoughts on Vladimir Lenin. What's advice for new content creators? It really depends. It really depends on your goals. But the one thing that every single content creator will tell you is consistency is key. Look, take my channel as a perfect example. My channel had so much potential, but because I wasn't consistent, it flopped and it fell and it went downhill. And now I've got to drag it back up the hill again. Glad we got to have a Q&A. You've come a long way and the community here is to provide love and support. I appreciate that. See, I'm not sure, like, as I said, I'm in the process of getting tested for Asperger's, and I'm not sure if it's a mental thing, but I struggle to connect with people across the internet. Like, I've got 193,000 subscribers, right? And there's probably a few thousand of you that really like me and think I'm cool or whatever, but at the same time, I feel like I don't know any of you. I still feel like just a very lonely person sitting in his house by himself, not really doing anything, not really building any relationships. I was raised pre-internet, so I'm used to face-to-face like relationships between friends and stuff. So this whole friends across the internet thing, I've never really been able to wrap my head around it. If I can't look into someone's eyes, I don't know how to build a relationship with them, if that makes sense. But yeah. Ice, make EA big mad. Learn how to SEO engage your videos. I'm not looking for any tips, thanks. That's stuff for people that don't care about their morals. I create videos based on how I like them. I don't manipulate my videos based on watch time and shit like that most other YouTubers do. I'm not here to beat the algorithm. I'm just here to make videos that I like to make. We got a phone drop. Yeah, well, see, Ice, that's what I mean. It depending, like you said, that's advice for the person that wanting to start a channel, and that's kind of bringing up exactly what I meant earlier about it depends on who you're speaking to. If you're starting YouTube as a business, then yes, figure out all the algorithms, do all that. But if you're doing it for passion, for fun, to put your personality out there, then just do what suits you. But consistency, definitely consistency. Yeah. Tell us more about your personality and what you like to do. It's hard to talk about my personality, if I'm being honest. My personality is very unique, and most people don't really understand it and try to manipulate it, if that makes sense. Like, I'll say one thing and people will be like, oh, so you do it because of this and this. And I'll be like, no, I just explained why I did it. Why are you making assumptions when I just... it's hard to talk about that. Oh my God, it's almost 10 o'clock in the UK, man. I know. Thoughts on the Gaming Merchant? I love the Gaming Merchant. He's a cool dude. He's one of the more down-to-earth content creators out there, I'll be honest. Like, when I went to LA and I met tons of Apex Legends creators, I'm going to be honest, 90% of them felt very surface level, very, like, boring, just there for the money and there for the views. Like, the Gaming Merchant... Zeus was one of the most down-to-earth guys I met there. But yeah, the Gaming Merchant, he's cool. He's very chill, but not a bad word to say about them, to be honest. Do I have any merch, Spink? I do not, unfortunately. I'd love to set up some merch, but... Again, I'm very ignorant on all of this. I wouldn't have a clue where to start. If I'm being honest, I'm still trying to figure out all the tax stuff, and that's killing me. But yeah, what do I want to achieve on YouTube? Independency. That's my biggest thing. Like, the reason I started YouTube is because I wanted to be independent. I didn't want to be working for someone for the rest of my life. I didn't want to be someone's little bitch for the rest of my life. And I, again, this may be because of my mental issues, but I've been through like 20 different jobs because I don't tolerate managers that treat their staff terribly, and it always ends up causing problems. Do you watch anime? Yes, I watch anime for the second time. I watch a lot of anime. Most anime I've seen, if it's got more than 24 episodes, then I've probably seen it. JoJo is the one anime that I couldn't watch. I watched about 2 or 3 episodes and it just felt too cringy. It just felt too much. I don't know. I just couldn't get it. Maybe I have to give it another go. I don't know, but I just couldn't get into it. Um, the Promised Neverland. Now that seems too slice of lifey for me. I did see the thumbnail for it, where like you got the 3 people standing in the middle with like the silhouette lighting and everything, but I haven't actually watched it. Um, oh, thanks Nicole Stone. Love your vids. Thank you very much. Appreciate the support. Russian Badger. That just reminds me of the Badger song, Badger, 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 mushroom, mushroom. I haven't heard of Russian Badger, I'm afraid. Do you like Pokemon? Yeah, it's all right. I don't do anything with it specifically. The only time I ever got into Pokemon, so to speak, was when I had a group of friends that I could do it with, and it was a reason to go out and do something together, you know? I got to go. You got bamboozled. I got to go. Thanks for answering my questions and overall being an awesome person. Thank you for stopping by. Naruto, Visions Hake. Okay. So in my teen years, I was very anti anything that was mainstream, and Naruto was the big mainstream anime, and I was just like, I don't want to watch this mainstream anime bullshit. I want to watch the unique stuff. And so I never ended up getting into Naruto, but I have watched the first 50 episodes of Boruto. Apparently it starts getting good after that because the beginning of Boruto is pretty terrible. But Naruto, I've watched like the odd episode here and there when it was on TV. The Promised Neverland, I will watch. I loved Fire Force. The anime Fire Force, I was very surprised by that. I didn't watch it at first because I was like, I don't want to watch some fireman slice of lifey anime. It's nothing to do with firemen. But what is it? How to pick up? Is it wrong to pick up girls in a dungeon? That is freaking hilarious. That's another good anime. Avatar: The Last Airbender. I have seen them. I'm not a massive fan. I very much think they're, again, a mainstream anime. Hasn't got anything that unique about it. I've gone over the favourite movies. It's hard to bring them up, but Swiss Army Man and Avatar. One Punch Man was good. One Punch Man knows how to tell a story. I like that. What happened to my teeth? Oh, I was seeing if anyone would ask that. Fucking hell. So, 6 days before my 18th birthday, I don't remember this. I just woke up in hospital, but I got mugged, and they had they called it on CCTV, the police, even though they never showed me the footage. But apparently, 5 guys, a few of them had baseball bats. They mugged me, beat me in the head with the bats. They knocked out this tooth here. This is actually a fake tooth. You can see the little silver metal bit at the top that's sticking out from the gum. But this is a fake tooth. And essentially, when the dentist, I refuse to call dentists doctors because they're not, but when the dentist put this in, it was too big and it was putting too much pressure on this tooth. And I told the dentist that, And typical dentist response, oh no, that pressure's fine, it will go away eventually. I I study freaking psychology, philosophy, like science is my homie. You can't tell me I don't know pressure points. And essentially, this tooth, this fake tooth, ended up cracking this tooth because it had too much pressure on it, and this tooth got completely screwed up. So now I have a fake front tooth and this other front tooth, and I compare myself to a modern golem. My precious. But yeah, I'll see you later, Vision Taki. Got to go. Love you, Viz. Thank you for answering me. See you later, buddy. My Hero Academia is a good one, but I'll be honest, they are dragging on the storyline way too much. My Hero Academia is good, but they're dragging the story. It's taking too long. Have you ever seen any Studio Ghibli films? Yes, I've actually got a jumper with a Studio Ghibli design on it. Princess Mononoke, I love that. Death Note was okay. I think I read the original Death Note manga, and then I watched the films years ago. Attack on Titan is good. But it's become a very mainstream anime that part of me is like, stay away from it. But Attack on Titan is good. Yeah, how's your day so far? It's all right. It's all right. One foot in front of the other, you know. Have you seen Full Metal Alchemist? Full Metal Alchemist is a classic. I do like Full Metal Alchemist. The storyline was pretty deep on that one. What would you say is your favorite movie franchise? Wow, you wouldn't be asking that question 10 years ago. Movie franchises didn't really exist, except for like the Scream movies and that back then. I don't know. I don't really have a favorite movie franchise. Have I seen Parasite? Yes, Parasite. It was a good little mind bender, but at the same time, it was very sly. Like, for most people, Parasite is like, oh my God. But if you've lived a life like I have, Parasites, meh. Yeah, I've seen that stuff happen. Meh. If you haven't seen Death, then you're fortunate. Have you seen Tanikawa? I have not. I shall have to look at that. What's my favorite candy bar? Dairy Milk plain chocolate or Dairy Milk chocolate buttons. Dairy Milk. What is it with Americans and chocolate? They don't know how to make chocolate. Americans make the most bitter chocolate, and I just don't understand it. But Dairy Milk. Dairy Milk is the way to go. Do I like horror movies? I like all movies as long as they're decent. Have I seen Marvel movies? I've seen every single Marvel movie. Anyone curious to hear his favorite / admired vehicle brand? I don't drive. I never learnt to drive because I just didn't have like those kind of parents that sort that stuff out for you, and I always worked close to where I live, so I never saved up, and so I never learnt to drive. I'm very much an environmentalist, so I the whole favorite car thing, I'd have to say Tesla, because they're the only cars out there that are actually trying to do anything good. All these fossil fuel companies are like, yeah, we're going to change. It's all just propaganda. They're not changing. Do I like Star Wars? It's okay. I think some of the Star Wars films of recent have been absolute dog trash and should be just called something else and separated from the Star Wars films altogether. But the original Star Wars, I did really like. Yes, I I have actually got a very unpopular opinion about Star Wars. Jar Jar Binks was one of my favorite characters, and no one will take that away from me. To me, Jar Jar Binks was like the drunken monkey, Jackie Chan in The Drunken Monkey. He had like the fate of fortune on his side and was just always lucky. But yeah, Jar Jar Do I just attract all the weird people because of my shopkeeper videos? Everyone's like, Jar Jar Binks. People hated on Jar Jar Binks. It's not his fault. Like he's an outcast of his own society. Well, maybe that's why I relate to him. An outcast of his own society. Um, what's my favorite gun in Apex? It depends on the situation, but if I was to go with an all-rounder, I'd say the Spitfire, simply because you're not going to run out of ammo anytime soon when you miss those shots in between. Um, I'm new dude. Hello, Tony Walton. Well, hello. Uh, I make gaming videos. I'm doing a live stream to answer people's questions on where I've been and anything else they may have figured out. Uh, let's see if there's any questions I've missed while the chat slow down a minute. Oh my God, I found someone like me. I watch YouTube videos all the time. I'm like, this guy's like me, but you got to remember, guys, like I'm some random guy that lives in some random place where you're probably never going to see. You got to find the people that are like you that are around you. Otherwise, you're never going to find. If you're looking for people like you on the internet, you're never going to find people like you that are around you. But yeah, Soviet Russia, Vladimir Putin. I'm sorry. I've got a little bit of respect for Vladimir Putin. I'm not going to lie. I feel like Vladimir Putin is a me from a different reality where he just went, you know what, fuck this society. I'm just going to do it myself. I'm going to fix it all myself. That's, I don't know. Is your dad going to upload again? I am unsure. He has, like, he's constantly tried to think of what else he could do, but he's still thinking. So maybe if you're a fan of my dad's YouTube channel and you've got some suggestions for him, comment on his videos. Let him know any suggestions you've got. I'm not really sure, but yeah. I dare you to main Octane on Apex. No, thank you. That's for the run and gun players that like to leave their teammates behind and then blame their teammates when they run into a battle and get themselves killed. What's his channel's name? David Dean. My dad, quick little fact here, my dad didn't even know I existed until like almost 10 years ago. I literally messaged him I found him on Facebook when I was about 22, 23. And I was like, hey, did you happen to know this woman like 22 years ago at this certain time? And he was like, so that's how my dad found out I existed. They need to make an Aussie character on Apex. Who was the second to last character? He's got a very similar to Aussie accent, hasn't he? I thought that was an Aussie character. I don't know. I haven't looked into his storyline. Yeah. Biggest classic gaming question yet. Master Chief or the Arbiter? Oh. Master Chief. It has to be John. It has to be John. I'm not gonna lie. I loved both of them. But the whole point of Halo to me was the Master Chief. That's why I didn't like Halo Reach, because Master Chief just got turned into like clones of himself. I'm not sure on favorite LTM mode. I can't really remember. You like my tree? Thank you. Brings a little bit of color to my guy. Master Chief or Doom guy? Master Chief wins every time. Sorry, guys. Almost every time. I don't think there's any other character in gaming that I would choose over Master Chief. I don't think. Favorite Star Wars movie? My favorite Star Wars movie has to be the one with Darth Maul. That's my favorite Star Wars movie. Honestly, a lot of people didn't like that version, but to me, that was my favorite. Master Chief or the person you play in Reach? Well, considering I want to take a... Yo, Sonia, Sonia, what you doing? You can't be taking drugs in my chat. Stop taking that ecstasy, Sonia. No E's in the chat. Remove. Hang on, wait. Put user in timeout. Ha, Sonia. Oh, wait, you're still commenting. Put user on timeout. There you go. Sonia's been put on a timeout, guys. When will you upload next? I plan on uploading hopefully within the next 3 days. I've actually got enough footage for a whole video, and I've got to start editing it and putting it back together. Let's see. Jake Cooper is the best gaming character. Jack Cooper. Remind me who Jack Cooper's from. I've been playing it since Apex released and still do not have an heirloom. Oh, that's brutal, dude. But I'm not surprised because Apex Legends' whole shop system is a complete scam. So, like, I'm genuinely not surprised, and I feel bad for anyone that spends money on that game, except for maybe the Battle Pass. Even then, it's a freaking rip-off. Like 99, like I'd say about 90% of the products in a battle pass nobody even wants. It's just filler. Like, that's the scam. They make you think there's more than there is. Yeah, if I'm being honest, if I could get away with just playing other games, I probably wouldn't play Apex anymore either. Have I watched the Clone Wars? I have. I think I liked it. I can't remember. Maybe I didn't because it's that forgettable. Oh my god, you answered my first question ever. If it was, do you like Star Wars? Thank you. No worries, Marcel. No worries. BT 7274 Death was so sad. Which one's that? I'm so I have a really strong photographic memory, but I'm terrible for names and like titles and things like that. So I can visualize every single robot in Star Wars, but I can barely. I know like RD2D. That was shameful. RTD2 and C3PO. BT, is that the little round one that rolls with the little head that stays stationary on its head? If that is, then yeah, that's a cool one. The 100-minute mark. How did we get here? Like, seriously, this isn't 1 hour. I've been sitting in front of my phone talking to my camera for 1 hour and 40 minutes. Are you serious? My neighbors are probably like, why is he shouting to himself? What's my favorite game of all time? Ignoring franchise. Either Halo 2 or Black Ops Zombies. This guy has common sense. Sense. Have I watched The Bad Batch? Oh, I recognise the name. Why do I recognise the name? Wait, let me quickly Google. This is what I mean. My photographic memory is terrible. I have to constantly search things up for images. The Bad Batch. Oh, no. I saw it advertised. I saw The Bad Batch advertised, but except for Japanese, Korean anime, I don't watch any Western animation. It's still very childish to me. Invincible was good because it's an adult animation, but all of these like Star Wars animations and Marvel animations, I've had friends in the past who have said they watch them, and I'm just like, really, bro? You're like 30 years old and you're watching a Marvel animation? But hey, that's just me. Tony Stark mixed with Mega Ranger 69. Hang on, wait, were you talking about me there or something else? That is the biggest compliment. Tony Stark mixed with, is it with Hawkeye? Yeah, yeah. I won't argue with you. When I shave my beard up and that, I could pull off a Tony Stark. The thing is, Tony Stark. The thing about Tony Stark's face is he's got a very like round face, and then the hairline kind of chisels it in, and I've got that similar effect, that similar pattern. So yeah, I can see why. You watch Venom. I watched the first Venom. The second Venom, I've been avoiding the trailer because I want to be purely surprised by the film. But yeah, I'm actually going to watch the first Venom again. I might watch it tonight. Thank you very much. But yeah, I do like Venom. Um, you were talking about me. Samurai Jack. Hang on, wait. Samurai Jack. I swear. Samurai Jack. Where did I? Freaking hell. I think I saw it advertised again years ago, but I haven't watched it. Um, Search it up. Tony Stark mixed with Hawkeye. Okay, I'll do it afterwards. Oh no, I got 15% battery left, guys. Wait, can I? I might be able to charge my phone while I'm doing this. Let's just plug that in right there. Nice and lubricated. There we go. Nice hair, man. Thanks. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of ladies do talk about my hair because it has a lot of volume to it, and most women have killed their hair. So it's kind of logical that a lot of people would bring up my hair because most people kill their hair, and I didn't. Do I like COD Warzone? Yeah, I fit. Believe it or not, I think Warzone Battle Royale is more realistic than Apex Legends Battle Royale. I don't consider Apex Legends a Battle Royale anymore. But yeah, in Warzone, every single thing that has been introduced to the map, every building, every tree, every object you can get on, you can use. In Apex Legends, you can't. Everything above 15 to 20 feet has out of bound timers, force push barriers that push you off. Just don't like, I just, no. Don't build something you're not going to let me use. Oh, BT-7274 is actually a Vanguard class Titan of the Marauder Corps, enlisted into the militia as Captain Lastimosa's Titan. Oh, I can't remember. BT-7274. I shall... Wait, Google! BT-7274. Did I remember the name correct? Star Wars. Star Wars. Oh, well, apparently I typed it in wrong because I couldn't find anything. Sorry, guys. Let's see. Do I have a pet? No. Because I don't have like any support structures around me. If anything was to happen to me financially, it would put the pet at risk, and so therefore I don't get a pet because similar to a child, I don't know if I could look after it if anything went wrong in my life, and I wouldn't want to put a pet in harm's way like that. Arenas can get shoved up my ass. Is that my artwork in the background? No, this is one of the few things I've bought off of a Facebook advert. It's just a big old canvas, not a canvas. It's like a sheet thing that I don't know what you call these, but yeah, it's it's from Titanfall. Yeah, that's why it came. That's why Titanfall stuff came up. Yeah, I don't know about. I never played Titanfall really, so I played it very casually around my friends, so I don't know about the characters or anything. Um, the painted art thing. It's just a cheap, like, sheet that you can buy online. I've got another one upstairs that has like a whole mushroom village. Um, But yeah, will you watch E3 this year? I've never watched E3, unfortunately, I suppose. Are you happy? No. Um, Tapestry is what? Tapestry, yes, Tapestry is the name. Thank you. How are you doing, Spink? Have you found a home yet? If you're talking in the metaphorical sense of like home as in family, no, I haven't found that kind of home yet. Have you watched King Kong versus Godzilla? Yes, and I thought it was sick. It was sick. Just Godzilla versus like Kong versus Mecha Godzilla. It was like, and if you watched the original Godzilla versus King Kong, like the old one where it was like men in costumes, you'll have more respect for the recent film because they follow similar fight, like they pay tribute to the old film by following certain moves. Kong should have won. Not really. I think Godzilla would have killed Kong nearly like 9 times out of 10. The only reason Kong actually stood a chance in the film, theoretically, is because he had a giant axe. Um, have you watched Four Girls Finger Paint? That's like a two girls, one cup scenario, dude. I know where you're sending me, and I'm not interested. Do you like reading? Yes. Oh, oh. Brandon Sanderson is one of the best authors of all time. So first of all, you've got, hang on, you've got the Stormlight Archive, and this is a whole series of books, and this is incredible. And then he's done another series of books called The Mistborn, and they're both just an amazing series of books. Brandon Sanderson, I don't know a better author out there. It's been fun. Well, I'll see you later, buddy. I understand. Thanks for coming, dude. Let's try and figure this out. Have you watched all the Spider-Man movies? I have. I have watched all the Spider-Man movies, and they're good. I don't know. What was it? There was one of them which I stopped halfway through because I was just bored of it. It was where they were stealing alien tech or something. I can't remember. Into the Spider-Verse was one of the best. I'm not gonna lie. Um, do you believe in many realities? I have my own philosophical belief in how a multiverse exists, but that's a discussion for another time. Because I have my own theory on the subconscious mind. So let's just say that would take a long time to explain. Have I watched Transformers? Yes. I do like Transformers. Um, but yeah. Anyway, I just realised we've been going on for almost 2 hours now, guys. The chat has slowed right down. So I stream on Twitch? I do not. How is your financial situation at the moment? Deteriorating. And that's why I'm trying to get back into YouTube because I cannot handle being anyone's little bitch. But yeah, I'm actually probably going to chip off, guys. I'm actually going to go now. We're getting to the 2 hour mark, and I didn't think we would get this far. But yeah, thank you everyone for showing up. It's been great. But dip, dip, potato chip, and I shall see you all later. Bye. Thank you, thank you. I feel like I need to say thank you more and more. I can't hang up yet, but it feels weird to hang. I don't know. Bye, brother. See you later. I don't know how to end this. Do I click the three little dots? Nope. Oh wait, X. Are you sure you want to stop streaming? Okay. Bye, guys. I'll see you later. Thank you very much. Much respect. Dip dip.